Welcome to Scorched Earth, and a general reading for the sign of Sagittarius, Sun, Moon and Descendant for the month of June. If there's anything you want to know, have a look in the description box, because the chances are I've covered it down there. There's a link to help you find your birth chart for free. I can tell you which decks I use for each read. What else? Oh, all my social media links are down there. I'm on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm recently returned to Twitter. So if that's your bag, go and check that out, because I think Twitter's better for just chit chat than any of the other ones. Anyway, if you like the work that I do and you want to support me, there's a link down in the description box for PayPal for one-off donations. For more long-term support, I have recently launched my Patreon, so you can come and join some of the wonderful people that have signed up for that already. I'm so grateful for the vote of confidence. I feel like my work's important, and it seems other people do too, so that's awesome, and I love that. What else? Oh, yeah, other ways to contact me. There's my email address down there, and I've also set up a post office box because people wanted to send me things. So if you want to send me something through snail mail, that's a thing now. There will be an extended. The link will be in the description box. And I'm also trialling something new this month. I wanted to do for an age, but it was only when I got this oracle deck here a few days ago that I kind of clarified in my head how I wanted to do it. It's quite rough and ready, but it's shadow reads, just 3 cards, very, very basic. But I just kind of want to see how people respond to it. It seems to have gone down quite well with the other signs so far. But have a watch, see what you think. They are uncomfortable because by definition they're dealing with the bits of you that you don't really want to pay that much attention to, ideally. But it's a really important part of personal development and self-growth, is kind of looking at the shadows. So like I said, have a watch, give me some feedback, see what you think. And yeah, if you're interested in seeing me expand that into something a bit more comprehensive and extended, then I've got plenty of tarot decks that lend themselves very nicely to that kind of work. So I'll be guided by you on that matter. Right, I think that's enough burbling. Let's get some cards. So can I have 3 cards for Sagittarius for June, please? There's the first one. Got the Emperor. Actually like that for you, Saggy. Straight off the bat. 2 more, please. I've got the Sun. I like that. That's very fiery. That's your sister fire sign. So that's Aries, and that's Leo right there. Really channeling some fire this month. It's the King of Wands is at the bottom of the deck as well. What's coming towards Sagittarius in June, please? Ooh. The Fool. Oh, Saggy. These are all major arcana. June's going to be a big month for you. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the 4 of Cups, followed by the Queen of Swords and the Chariot. And it feels like there's been some dissatisfaction about certain parts of your life that are, somewhat, they're not fulfilling you in the way emotionally that you thought that you would. And I feel like with the cards that have come out here, you're really all about doing something about that this month. Or maybe you've already started actually with the Emperor there. So I'm going to use the Triple Goddess Tarot to clarify and just put those the right way around. And I've just noticed that the King of Wands is also at the bottom of that deck. So, right. Where's the Emperor here for Sagittarius, please? We've got the 4 of Pentacles. Nice. Emperor here, please. And the Fool. Ooh, nice. Why are so many of these cards upside down? What the fuck? Hang on. Okay. Right. Why is the Sun here for Sagittarius, please? Right. I only want jumpers, I don't want sliders. Come back in. High Priestess. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps about how many majors are out here now. Why is the sun here for Sagittarius? Why is the sun here for Sagittarius? We've got the Emperor again. Okay. And the Fool. Why is the Fool here? The Hanged Man. Jesus. More for Sagittarius. Why is the Fool here? And the Devil reversed. Holy shit. Oh my word. We've got Strength at the bottom of the deck, right? Another card of Leo. I've got full body goosebumps. I'm not even lying. This is huge. So let me just check. Yeah, just in case I need to pull any more clarifiers. Right, so like I've been worrying from the start, like this is a huge month for Sagittarius, right? This is but I feel like some of it's actually already in motion. That's the important thing, because we've got repeated cards coming up all over, but they are from your recent past into, you know, your coming up for you as well. So the first card that we've got is the Emperor, and like I said, that's the card of Aries. And I like it when fire signs get fire sign majors coming out as well, particularly when it's Sagittarius. And you guys, you can sometimes, you know, be a bit flighty. I'm sorry, I love you, but you can be a little bit flighty because you go to where the fun is, right? You don't really want to look at anything that isn't fun or anything that is that requires from you effort without any clear benefit, right? You're not about putting your head down and driving away at something pointlessly. Right? If you've got a goal, if you've got an aim, then you're absolutely laser focused on it. But working for the sake of it isn't really your thing. Now, it feels to me like you've got a goal. There's something that you're working on, and there's a tremendous amount of empowerment coming on. But I can feel this kind of real focusing of energy on something for Sagittarius. It's like you've got your shit together, right? It's but it's both kind of material, but also a kind of wider soul getting together of this, right? That there's a purpose, there's something that you're working towards, and you're getting your shit together in order to do it. But it feels like a maturation of your sign, right? Of your energy. So, goal setting, strategy, all that kind of thing, right? This is what you've been doing up to now in the last couple of weeks, right? And it's been really taking, well, it feels like it's been taking all of your attention, right? Really, really focused on it. I noticed that he's sat on a sword as well. So although he's a fire sign, there's been a lot of thinking about what it is that you're doing. Now, the two cards that came out to clarify were the Four of Pentacles and the Fool. Now, normally, with the Four of Pentacles, so some people call it the miser card, right? And what we see is somebody really clutching onto something, really holding onto something very, very tight. And the meaning of that then is looking at what it is that you need to release. But this depiction is slightly different. This woman's sat here, but she's proffering what she has, right? And for me, the Pentacles suit talks about resources, yes, but it talks about things that you consider to hold value, right? Because frankly, if you offered that pentacle to, you know, a donkey, it'd be like, can I eat this? You'd be like, no. And it's like, well, what's the point of it, right? There's no point to it. There's something that you consider to have value and other people consider to have value, and you're kind of offering it out, right? It is a releasing of something that you have value, that you consider to have value to someone else, right? And you're not pretty happy about it, actually. And maybe this is the thing that you're focusing on. Maybe this is the thing that you've been working on, right? Whatever it is, it's really, really important to you, and you are willing to share. That's the important thing, right? And it's something new, right? It's a new way of doing things for you. And this is why I was talking about this kind of, this feeling of maturation of the sign, because these are both cards of Aries, right? And Aries is a sign that's got its shit together generally, right? If Aries is where it's supposed to be, it's always got its shit together because it forges ahead regardless, right? And there's no kind of, there's not really a sense of ambling here, which is something that I really associate with Sagittarius. You know, you are the wanderers of the deck. Like, although the Fool doesn't really know where they're going, they are fucking going. There's no question about that, you know. So the plan, as far as that's concerned, is to just go off on this new path, whatever it is. But there's something quite fundamental behind it that you're focusing on. Now, we're coming to your current energy, and it's the Sun. Like I said, this is the card of Leo, and here you're pulling in the energy from these signs around you. And it's making you very fucking happy at the moment. Like, it feels like you've just caught a whiff of something like purpose, and you're really going for it. It's making you really, really happy. Right? Maybe you're getting on top of things, you know, things of a practical nature. That's quite possible. You know, you're getting your money in order, you're getting all your resources in order, you're getting a plan together, right? But there's no sense of hardship about this, right? This is not something that you're kind of toiling away at. This is something that is making you really, really happy. It could be that there's a Leo involved somewhere. It could also be that there's a Pisces or an Aries involved somewhere. You got to take it as it resonates to you. But whatever it is bringing you pure joy, and I love that. I love that for Sagittarius. Right? The two cards that clarifying, like I said, are the High Priestess and the Emperor again. Right? This is more. It's more fire energy, but this Emperor looks pretty savage compared to the Crow Emperor here. Right? Which is not to say that I think that you know, you've suddenly turned into a bastard overnight or anything like that, but it's like you're really, really clear about what you're doing. It's almost like you're kind of in battle mode, but in a really happy way, right? You're not looking to you know, vanquish enemies or anything like that. It feels more like, as somebody said on my live stream last night, actually, do no harm but take no shit. That's kind of what I'm feeling off the back of this here, right? You're really getting in touch with your inner space. You understand what you want, right? Okay, she's on a cushion there. She's kind of meditating on things. We're back to the kind of thinking about stuff. But you're really being kind of pulled from something other than your head, right? This is heart-centered. This is soul-centered stuff that you're working on here. And for me, the High Priestess is a card of transition anyway. She sits between these two columns, right? Which for me are the end and the beginning. Right? There's a new cycle happening here. Right? And you're not quite there yet, but you're definitely tied up old things, and you are definitely on the brink, on the absolute precipice of the new start. But you're just manoeuvring between it. And maybe there's a bit of grubbing up that's happening really, really fast for you, you know? Where you've discovered something that really, really makes you happy, but also something that you can really get your teeth into. And it's really exciting. I really, really love it. And let's get some clarifiers for that. It's a High Priestess here for Sagittarius. Whoa, come back. Ooh, we've got the Moon. Yeah. The Moon and the High Priestess. That's Pisces and Cancer, well, other way around, Cancer and Pisces respectively. But it's talking about moving from somewhere inside you. You know, so we're back to the internal space. Something shifted in you, Sagittarius. Right? There's been a release of things that have weighed you down, and your energy feels really light at the moment. But you also are driving forwards with something. Yes, High Priestess. It's the Fool, right? It's like you're really determined to have this new start, and fiercely defending this new start as well. You know, you're going to take no shit from anyone about it. It's happening whether people like it or not. At this point, you don't care if people like it or not, because it's about you, and that's the important thing here. Tell me about the Emperor, please. Wow, that's beautiful. We've got the Seven of Stones and the Four of Bows, which in this deck mean healing and celebration respectively. And they've got these little keywords at the bottom of the thing. But look at the colours on these. Right? Now, the Seven of Stones meaning healing. It's like this is you kind of stepping into your power. I've been talking about Sagittarians having this healing ability for months now. And it's like you started the process of healing yourself, and then you accidentally just started healing all the other signs around you in a kind of just people that wandered into your AOE were just like powering up, right? Without you actually even realizing you were doing it. It was just this magical talent that you have. But as you kind of lifted the vibration of those around you, so you're kind of pulling it back to you now. And because you started that process already, and it was hard, but you did it, now you're kind of at the point where that is becoming exponential. And it takes less effort than it did to start in the first place, if that makes sense. Because you're building a new foundation for yourself, and it's one that's entirely based around, the things that make you happy, the things that you want to celebrate. And the Four of Bows is the Four of Wands, and it is about celebration. It's about home. It's about the things that make you happy, right? And fours are a number of foundation building, right? Stability kind of thing. You're absolutely fucking focused on making this happen now, and you're taking so much joy from it. It's an absolute delight to see. Now, what's coming towards you in June is the Fool again, right? I like this one because it's got lotus blossoms on it. You only really see those on the Ace of Cups in those decks. But it's about a spiritual opening up, right? They talk about receptivity, but they also float on the water. Right? They don't have to dig down into the soil, right? And create roots which would then effectively tether them to where they are. They can kind of float on the surface of the water. And water in the tarot is emotion, it's feelings, right? This is you getting really, really comfortable with your internal space, really, really comfortable with the fact that you have emotions and you know how to deal with them, and kind of getting to know yourself inside. Like, it feels like you've discovered things about yourself of late that you didn't even realise were there. And you've also discovered that you've got the capacity to achieve really, really important things in a way that you didn't think that you could. Like, that's how it feels to me. Because the Emperor energy coming in twice as it has gives me a sense of you empowering yourself in a way that you didn't realise you were empowered. Maybe you just thought that this was just something that you couldn't do. You just didn't have the skill set to do something like that. You didn't have the temperament to do something like that. But you found something that you're really, really passionate about, really, really enthusiastic about. And so all of this stuff has just come to the fore, and you're doing it and you love it. And the Fool is out again for you. Like, that's 3 for 3. We've got 3 decks here on the table, and you've got the Fool 3 times, as well as everything being fucking major arcana, right? This is really important, all of this, because you are starting a new cycle now. Okay, we haven't got the World card here, but I think that's because largely, like I said, the cycle has ended, the one that you were in, right? You're in that transitional space at the moment where you're doing a bit of fast growing up, fast getting to know yourself, and I feel a sense of awe from you that you're actually capable of doing these things, because you didn't think that you were before, which is really nice, right? So you're now on a new path, right? Here's where the cycle starts properly, the new one that you're walking into. And we've got the Hanged Man and the Devil reversed, right? Now, these are the cards of Pisces, like Pisces again, and Capricorn. And I like the fact that Pisces is showing up here for you, because it's... Of all the fire signs, I find Sagittarius is probably the one that can deal with Pisces energy better than the others, right? It totally wipes Leo's out. Aries don't know which way is up, right? But Sagittarius, because they've got that kind of ambling nature to them, although it's fiery, Pisces have an ambling nature to them also, and it's kind of watery, it's emotion, right? The fact that it's here speaks to me volumes about the level with which you are connecting with your own internal space, with your own emotions, and how little now you are afraid of them, right? You're not just not afraid of your own emotions, you're kind of not afraid of anything at the moment. When the Devil is this way up, it talks about feeling bound, feeling chained to things because of fear, right? And we might often feel like we don't really have a choice in the matter, but actually, we always do. But it's a case of understanding, getting the wisdom, changing your perspective to see that actually there is nothing that tethers you. And if you're feeling trapped in any way, then just fucking change it. I don't think that there's any danger here of you getting trapped by anything ever again, because you've got that understanding now. It's quite immense. So when we turn the devil around, it's that process of understanding. Nothing can hold you back. You're a limitless being. The only thing that can hold you back really is you. And that also feels like it's a sense of you having discovered your own self-imposed limitations and just kicking them, just being like, oh, fuck off, mate. I am a limitless being. I have things to achieve and I'm really fucking excited about it. Tell me more to say about the Hanged Man and the Devil, please. That was dedication there. More to say about the Hanged Man and the Devil, please. Yeah. We've got the 5 of Cups, or the 5 of Vessels as it is in this deck, and the 2 of Bows, which is the 2 of Wands. But interestingly, this 5 of Cups is an entirely different depiction to the one that you see in normal decks. It's called Ecstasy, right? And I really, really like this because we talk about 5s being change, and usually uncomfortable change that we're not happy about having happened. And when you see the Cups, it's usually about feeling guilt or remorse, or in some way grieving over something that is lost. This turns that on its head, right? Because this is about embracing change. It's about welcoming change. It's about feeling actually almost ecstatic about the changes that are coming in, right? Which says a lot. And then this 2 of Bows here says decision, right? You're making really, really important decisions about yourself, but how you move forwards as well, right? I'll get one more for that. Does this dude look like he has any sense of not being a limitless being? I mean, really, like, look at him. It's like he knows the extent of his power, and that feels like that's what's coming in for you in the month of June. It's a true kind of understanding of exactly what it is that you can achieve. What more to say about that? It's really funny. So this is the Chariot, but in this deck it's called the Archer. Yeah, the Archer. Now the Chariot is all about the self, right? It's about self-empowerment often. For me, it's about balancing dualities, right? And moving forwards victoriously, right? But Sagittarius is the Archer, and there you are, right? You know who you are now, right? Nobody's going to take that away from you ever again. I'm really excited for you, Sagittarius. This is actually all very, very cool. So I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to go over to the extended and do that, and then I'm going to do the shadow read. So keep an eye out for those. If this resonated with you, I'd love it if you let me know in the comments, because I'm super excited for you. This seems really, really cool, and I like it because a couple of the more recent readings for Sagittarius have been have involved people trying to pull you down, and it's like you've just incinerated them with your fiery fucking... It's like anybody tries to get too close to you, you just go... Yeah, and I love that. So yeah, like I said, if you want to come and join me over at Vimeo, that's cool. If not, no shade, that's fine. Yeah, and I'll see you next time.